Remember to subscribe to Badbank's YouTube channel for easy access to all our how-to and inspirational videos. Welcome to Badbank's 3-minute introduction to using the Aggregate Directive file. Directive files are what you use to direct Badbank's AI to change things in your output when it processes your statement or statements. Right now, there are two types of directive files. One that enables you to rename or redact transactions, and one that enables you to aggregate expense lines together. This video will show you how to use the Aggregate Directive file. I have just processed one statement. We could do this with multiple statements, but for this introduction, we're just going to use one statement. When we export the results folder and open it up, we see a subdirectory called Directives. And inside, there are two Directive CSV files. Let's open up the file name called Aggregate.csv. There are two columns in this CSV. The first column has a summary of all the payees or vendors that the Badbank.ai found in your statement. The second column just says no. If you want Badbank to aggregate all of the expense lines for a payee, you simply change this no to yes. Let's do some aggregations and see this work. You can use rename and aggregate directive files at the same time and with multiple statements, but in this introductory video, we will first just run the aggregate directive file with a single statement. Let's direct Badbank's AI to aggregate all of those little Starbucks expense lines into one number by changing the no to yes. I'd also like to aggregate the transfers that I made from savings, and so I'll change this to yes. And I want an aggregation of all my Staples expenses because I need that single number for my taxes. So we change those all from no to yes to aggregate. Make sure to save this modified aggregate file with exactly the same name as a CSV file type and in the same directory so that it's easy to remember where it is. Let's reprocess the original PDF statement adding our modified aggregate directive file. We upload the original PDF and select More to add our Aggregate CSV directive file. Badbank will now reprocess all of your output to include the changes that you wanted. The processing window will only list the original PDF, even though in the background Badbank is also using your Aggregate CSV file. If you run multiple statements, Badbank will apply your directive against all of the statements that you run. Let's take a look at the modified output CSV. All of the accounting upload files in this new output folder for QuickBooks, Xero, and Sage will have these same changes, exactly as seen in this top-level CSV file. And even though some expense lines have been aggregated, the statement still balances. It is still reconciled. In this new top-level CSV file, we can see that Badbank has applied our directive. We can see that the multiple Starbucks expenses have been aggregated, and that is noted in square bracketed text indicating that this is now an aggregated amount. The transfers from savings have also been aggregated per our directive, and this will be really handy to sort on in Excel later. The Staples expenses have also been aggregated. Aggregated expense lines can greatly simplify accounting system uploads.
Now move on to Badbank's tutorial on using both rename and aggregate directive files together and with groups of statements, and remember to subscribe to Badbank's YouTube channel for easy access to all our how-to and inspirational videos.